they pretty much went pretty bare minimum. That they like just look, it says crust that's a pillow. I got something that has no crusts. So oh, that's still pretty loud. Okay. But yeah, so I put it in order for this slop bucket, and it said it'll be ready at this one that's 10 minutes from, or not even 10 minutes, like 5 minutes from my house. They're like, it'll be ready in just a couple minutes. Just, you know, it's all good. I get there, and the one they let me order at was like out of business for like a year. So they actually sent it to this other one that was like a half an hour away. At that point, I kind of was like trying to give up, and I was like, yo, just refund me, man. I don't want to drive an hour to go get this thing. I said, honestly, if I drive a half an hour out there and a half an hour back, this thing's going to be even grosser than what it already is. And they said, no, it's going to be fine, man. So if I'm being honest, I'm looking at it and I'm wondering if it is fine, because the whole main appeal of the slop bucket was for it to be slop. And I feel like right now, as I'm looking at this, since it's been sitting here for an hour, it's not necessarily slop. So that's a little bit disappointing. It kind of just looks like a pizza, if I'm being honest. Like, I heard these hoes are supposed to be like wet. And I'm looking at this and like, I feel like this could be way more slop-like. In the presentation, exactly. It has all become one piece. I heated it up a little bit just to make sure that it's not like cold. But we gotta make a way to survive it. Did I just pour my G Fuel in here or not? Because if that tastes good, game over. Game over for everyone. Because if I get this G Fuel powder and I realize that a little scoop of that is good with my alcohol sparkling water combo, it's over for everyone. It didn't make it taste worse. Is G Fuel good with alcohol? Because that would be a game changer. I wonder if it's congealed enough to not like turn into a weird grease pit in my stomach. I might also be overestimating or underestimating how much grease is in a pizza crust. Because I'm thinking that the crust like helps for all the grease of everything else, but the crust is probably just as greasy as the food. I think I've heard some people say, like, I don't know, I'm about to experiment with all this stuff because I just had the cans. I've had this PewDiePie lingonberry one. And that was like, to be real, I think PewDiePie was probably the first person I heard ever talk about G Fuel. And now it's become such a huge, huge brand with so many people. Welcome in, Candy Coated Corpse. We're mentally preparing for the slop bucket. See, I'm normally not a fan of like sugar-free stuff at all. Candy Coated Corpse could attest to this too. But I got this with this hype sauce. It's raspberry lemonade. And it's good. Like, it doesn't have sugar, but it's got potassium, vitamin C, niacin, vitamin B6, and vitamin B12. Just some basic shit, but It does have a little bit of sucralose because it's at the very end, which is like fake sugar, like Splenda. But it looks like even for here, like most of the flavor is just coming from the vitamins and citric acid. That's the two ones I have right now in my fridge. But I got a big, like, the powder, like one of the jugs of this hype sauce one, and they're supposed to send me a bunch of other flavors to try with it. It's one of those things, like, they just started selling it now to where, like, if I go into like Circle K or 7-Eleven, some of them have G Fuel, and so I'll normally pick it up if I can. Apparently they're saying you might be able to get the Ninja Cotton Candy at Walmart. I hear that's like the big, that's like supposed to be a big deal in the, I know nothing. I just know that I saw a Mega Man G Fuel, and that seems like I can get behind that. That's like blue raspberry slushy or something. So that's not a flavor I mind to begin with. Like, blue raspberry, good. You want to put Mega Man in the picture? Like, I'll probably... God, that's so cringy, but I'm like, yeah, dude, I love some Mega Man, so put some Mega Man on the packaging. I want that one. All of a sudden now, this happened the other night too, with my friends Taryn and Devin, that they were like, this is a G Fuel ad. You definitely have a G Fuel sponsorship. But no, I don't know. Maybe it's probably not even for everyone. I've just like, I drink regular energy drinks. I'm 30. Maybe I don't need to be drinking like 60 grams of sugar 2 or 3 times a day. And then in that case, like if I want to get my calories or get my sugar like through like something actually good, like ice cream or like some kind of like sweets. That's why I also just did the order for G Fuel, ordered it from them and got all the special stuff and the shaker and everything. Is I want to give it a go. Right now, I'm digging the flavor and stuff. So I'm just gonna see if I get tired of it after a little while, because sometimes that does happen. But I'm also kind of getting tired of like the monsters and... Oh yeah. Okay, so this is like, to be honest though, now, so I'm looking at this, right? It's not very thick. It is slop. Now that I look at it, it is slop. But it's like a 1/4 inch of slop. So let's go for this. It's not as gross at first bite, but I'm also weird. I didn't go for the ones that they themselves put on their menu because I don't want a cheese bowl with green onions or green peppers and onions. It doesn't sound that appealing to me. So I just put some... I know. How do I get the bucket version? Maybe that's like, I'm gonna have to make it myself. And now, also upon further inspection, I don't know if there's even sauce. This kind of is just a layer of cheese with some pepperoni and some olives. So my first bite, kind of all right, but I only just got a bite with cheese and black olive. So like, that's not inherently a bad thing. But now I'm gonna have a bite with the meats. Oh yeah, it's sausage and pepperoni. And so I'm like looking like, that's a... But I'm like, I just had a bite of it and it wasn't bad. So I'm confused why I'm now looking at it and being like, this seems like a bad idea. But like, I just think at least you could even almost use the same amount of ingredients from this slop tray into a slop bucket. I think that's the weird part, because I did when I designed my tray, I wanted to make sure that it was things that I could do, but I also wanted to be in spirit of the dish, because like they have a meat one that has like, it has at least 2 meats on it, and I've heard then it's like you got the meat melts into the cheese and then you get this grease thing going on. The grease is staying behind, it's staying below. Like I would have to go out of my way to eat the grease. But when you have the texture of 2 different meats and then cheese, the thing that kind of keeps me in it and keeps it to where like maybe it's doable or like okay is just that I like cheese a lot. But if I'm being honest, when I get pizza, when I get like just order a pizza, I just get a cheese pizza. So right now, the best part of this is the cheese. And so I'm just like replacing what I would have just had as dough, the crust, into getting meats. It is just like cheesy meat goop. That sausage, like the sausage hit and it was like pretty, and it's kind of a little, I got the spicy sausage. Meat crust, basically. But like, I think that's the concerning part, and I don't know if you can see this on the camera. It might be hard to focus on, but like what's left behind, this like greasy, like kind of film it's kind of textured as well. Like I said, I'd have to go out of my way to eat it, but I'm not really sure what it is. I guess it just has to be grease, but it looks chunky still. What fucking world is this? Oh my god, it kind of like flaps. Like, if I... I'm gonna die. Now that you say that, though... I feel like it should be moister. And to be honest, the more I look at it, the more I feel like a little sick. but like, we must press on. Now, to be honest, I'm gonna let you guys know, I was planning on doing a little, like making a little video that at least would go on TikTok or something of me going to Papa John's and retrieving it and kind of like, ooh, like memeing about the slop bucket and memeing about how I was gonna throw up. Dude, it's been what, 3 bites, and I'm already like feeling a little weird. Let's see, I've got that filmy thing in my mouth right now, so let's see if the G Fuel does something. Like, the slop doesn't make the G Fuel worse, but I don't know if the G Fuel makes the slop better. Yeah, Annie was there the other night without them and their friend were the ones accusing me of having a G Fuel sponsorship and trying to shill it. I do feel like this is gonna make me fucking either slop in, slop out. I'm trying to get a bite that's less it's like wild too, because I thought this would at least be like halfway enjoyable. I honestly tricked myself this whole time into thinking this could be like okay. I don't know if it's gonna be okay. Oh yeah. I think it might have been strawberry cayenne. It's like, maybe it could be okay. I'll make sure to send it out in my dying breath. Wait, what is that? What am I looking at right now? The lights aren't helping. Hey, hold on. You can go a little more true to... What am I looking at? Oh, it has sauce. What the fuck? What the fuck? There's the red sauce been this whole time. Ugh. Yeah, so wait, we gotta, I guess this weird filmy chunky grease that I thought I was seeing is actually sauce, and it's pretty wet. That relieves it a little bit. So this one looks like, I think I've got a bite of just cheese and an olive. You know what this is totally about, though? This is a real thing that people do. It might be a lasagna, but there's no like actual. Oh shit. See, I don't even need. I need to avoid the toppings for that. Actually, it's got sausage on it. But see, that's a crispy little. That's good. I ain't even scared of that bite. Why did they do this? That's what I was about to say. This is based on the people who do this. There are people who buy a pizza and then just pull the cheese and sauce off and eat it and like leave the bread behind, throw the bread away. Like, I just want the cheese part of it. There was a whole meme about that because I think it was Whitney Cummings. Somebody was posting, someone posted a video to like TikTok or Twitter or something of her eating 2 personal pan pizzas from Pizza Hut, but just taking the cheese off and eating it and then throwing the breads away. Like knocked back like 2 or 3 of them. And for some reason that seems less weird than what I'm doing right now of like scraping cheese and toppings and sauce out of a thing. But like that's a saucy, olivey fucking bite. I'm going back and forth because if you get the right ratio of your bite, it tastes a lot better. Like, I'll be honest, hitting that bite and making sure there's like a couple like of these olives in there goes a long way versus if I just take a bite of just like sausage. I know. What if I just like folded this up into like a pancake and then put it on top of something? I mean, my roommate was suggesting that I like put this on like breadsticks or something, but it's like that would only be if you could slop bucket and like dip it. But like you're not dipping something in this. I'm being honest with you. You're not gonna dip something in this. You'd have to like chop it up and put it on bites. But I will be honest, I like it more when I get a little more veggie than meat. Yeah. Oh my god. Bot hits right at the exact perfect time. See, that's why I swapped to G Fuel. It is the I'm making a fucking ad right now. The official drink of esports. And I'm a semi-professional gamer, so that means that I have to support the esports actions. They endorsed it. It's just me being a weirdo and saying, "Are you even a real gamer?" Like, if I'm being honest, this is gamer food, isn't it? Like seriously, this is the most gamer meal. Why does it look so much grosser when it's not on a pizza though? Like what the fuck? It does seem like mysterious a little bit, but that's just cheese. That's just cheese and saw. With Japanese. Wait, what's the music I'm playing right now? Sonic CD Japanese soundtrack, every song remixed by Music Boy. We got that. I think the music helps. Like it's a calming thing, so I don't have to worry about being like, am I gonna... Like I feel like a pro now. Because somehow I am, I don't know, I mean probably not halfway because I've like moved it around a little bit and stuff, but like getting there. There's like these chunks that I've plopped
Pizza
around.
time.
This isn't pizza. This is sadness.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are all domestic terrorists.
You all were here for this. You all contributed to this crime against humanity. Just kidding. I did this all by myself. You guys are just here and here for the lulz. The real question is gonna be, because like I kind of
No.
actually, to be honest, it would probably be better if like this would be a little bit better if there was a little bit of nut in it. It would break up the monotony. But so here's the thing though. I've heard people like say that this is supposed to be like a keto thing or whatever. But at the end of the day, it would probably be much better for you on if you were trying to do a keto diet and you really needed to. You could do probably a cauliflower crust. And even then, I don't think that keto is a healthy diet. You guys understand, like, exactly, nut slop. But this is a keto meal, and I don't know if that's a great thing. I mean, I guess I got the one with red sauce instead of Alfredo sauce. I thought the Alfredo sauce would make it, like, actually, like, much grosser. No, keto is the hardest thing to do in the world. All you do is eat like limited vegetables and meat and fucking cheese. That was the only, like, I can't, I don't eat meat like that. I can't, I don't have enough money to like spend $80 on steaks for the week. Like, I'm not about to do that. And so I'd end up just eating cheese. Yeah, one of my exes many years ago tried to get me to do that. And I would like kind of pretend with her. I'd be like, oh, you want to make dinner and we're just gonna eat like vegetables and some meat? Yeah, I'll do that with you. That's fine. Or even like a protein. It doesn't have to be meat. Like we were eating some vegetarian stuff too. But I would sneak away and I'd go get French fries. And then I was like, damn, dude, this is unhealthy, especially if I throw the carbs in there every once in a while. Get a good Slop view. There was a whole lot of trend diets that are kind of eh. They really do. You know, it'd be really funny as we finish this up. Oh, that's cute. I need a gnarly one. Oh, that's a classic, dude. I'm gonna fucking puke if I watch this right now. Do you guys want to see something gnarly? I don't know. I feel like it's always just like intake things where it's like, okay. Like even then, the one thing that made my diet crazy is the fact that I was like drinking energy drinks. So if I like now cut that amount of sugar out, then like that's a very different outcome. So I mean, like, it's all about moderation. Like, I don't understand this whole like learning to be on these weird diets and then trying to keep up with them forever, when you could just be like, eat the things that you like, but just do it in moderation and know like, oh, okay, things that aren't that good for me, I need to not eat as often, and things that are good for me, I should eat more often. Like, small adjustments can go a long way. And like, there's also people who have different issues that it doesn't work that way. But it almost looks like pasta, but there's just no actual like noodle or anything. I feel like I genuinely I mean, I get there are some people where they talk about like, I don't have this problem. I think to myself all the time, why do I have to eat food? Why is food a thing? I'd much prefer to just not have to eat. Like, that would be way easier. Because I'm a picky eater, so there's not a lot of things that I necessarily like to eat. Like, even right now, I'm flipping kind of back and forth. It's like the G Fuel. I mean, I don't know. I would never say anything like that's good for you. This isn't healthy, but it's probably better than what I was doing. Like, cutting that 60 grams of sugar out probably is great. Like, yeah, if I could get like a nutrition pill that actually like worked for real, I probably would do it. Like, it would be more so like, if I had the option, I would do that 80% of the time, but I'd have like that random time where you're like, okay, I want to go fuck this up though. Like there's foods that I really like, but then like on a day-to-day basis, like trying to figure out what you want to eat is like kind of redundant. There's only so many days that it's like, okay, I'm gonna make some veggie nuggets and some broccoli or some fucking spinach, whatever. Yeah, I think it'd be way too hard. I mean, even from what we know right now about like vitamin pills and supplements like that, your body doesn't absorb most of it. Like the digesting and like the fact that it takes time to go through it, like I don't know. Digestion and pills and vitamins and nutrients and all that. It's complex how that works. Yeah, it'd probably be expensive. It'd be still more expensive than just like buying poor people food. See, these are the best bites. Are the ones with the like the cheese crisp around the edge. Yeah, I just need to. I see. I could survive with something like this. You have to rethink it. Which, like I said, it was for the meme. It seems like in spirit, a lot of them were kind of gnarly, of the ones they pre-made for people. So I tried to do the throw some meats and throw a vegetable in there. I think you need to go more. You'd have, if you wanted to do this and actually not feel like you want to die. I could see myself maybe doing this and just doing like spinach and olives or something. Like do a couple veggies where it's just like cheese and veggies. That wouldn't feel as disgraceful to the universe. The fact that it's just meats, like hunks of meat with globs of freaking cheese on it, that makes it a little weirder. But I think if this was all veggies, I wouldn't be as ashamed of it. You have a good night. Holy shit. I need some real water too. The water helps more than anything for getting this shit down. I'm being honest. That's the part that makes I feel a little bit more okay when I drink the water. That's what brings me back to this universe where I'm actually like a living being. Because even though taste wise this is doable, I don't hate how this tastes for some reason. But as I feel it slinking down, it's making me feel a little weird. It's a little bit concerning, but I only have a couple bites now, so I feel like I'm gonna finish this whole entire slop tray. I thought it was gonna be more bucket-like, and I was doubting that I'd be able to eat it. But wait, is it a lasagna tray? Okay, big bite, big meaty, saucy slop bucket bite. But, well, god. I think the secret is you definitely don't. The smaller the bite, the better. The longer I had to keep that in my mouth and keep chewing on it, it got a little. I mean, I said, the water's the thing that brings me back to earth the most. That's like, hit the water first. The G Fuel helps too. If I'm being brutally honest, hitting the water, hitting the G Fuel in succession. I'm not minding it that much. Oh, that was what I was gonna do here.
Hi everyone, my name is T. It is along your right.
Are you guys ready for this? Because you're gonna hate it. And hold on. Mukbang, spectacular. What did I say? Now we got this one. I don't know if you've ever seen these. These are the gnarliest ones, I feel like. These like seafood ones. People really hit these hard. I've never seen this one though. I think, what was it? Trisha Paytas used to do some gnarly ones. Like, would be a little hard to watch. Was it her or someone else who did the crab legs in Alfredo? But I think, is that what this is doing? I think this one's doing that as well. But this is like a really recent one. It's like an homage. It's become a whole genre of people eating seafood with these like creamy sauces like this. King crab. What's the sauce? Fuck, man, I don't know. Ooh. We will survive. That's the. I hope that you guys are as thrilled with that as that I am doing the throwing the extra mukbang in the corner, because I'm not doing enough for it to be a mukbang, but yeah, true gamer. This is like. Guys, I think you guys will be shocked to know I'm gonna finish this whole fucking slop tray. Be honest, it's nowhere as much food as I would have thought it was gonna be. But I'm gonna have a wild situation later tonight, I'm guessing. Let's see how. I gave myself the advice to make sure to take smaller bites and that it's more doable, because the longer you have it in your mouth at a time, the weirder it becomes. And I took the biggest bite. I took basically the rest of it all at once. I gave myself the life hack and then I didn't do it. What's wrong with me? It's the last bite. It's kind of small. I ate the whole. I ate this whole goddamn thing. What you know about that? Okay. Give it a second. I'm gonna be right back. I have to pee real quick. You guys enjoy. I'll even stretch this out a little bit.